Okay, the way these old doors are put together on these old Chevys. By the way, speaking of old Chevys, the reason, or well, I believe one of the reasons anyway, why you'll see more old Model A's and old early 30s model Ford pickups and such than you ever will Chevys. You rarely see an early 30s model Chevy like this one, and the reason for that is, I believe, that the Fords were just built better. They were made out of metal. You know, they had metal cabs, solid metal cabs and such, and these Chevys were all full of wood. And then the metal was actually, and a lot of times, just screwed to the wood or tacked, had little tacks in it, little nails nailed to the wood. So the wood all rotted out and they fell apart. And I think that's why you don't see very many old Chevys around. And this is no exception. I'll show you the way this door is put together. There's a little lip on this skin, this outer skin. Now I welded a piece on here and made that so I could attach that a little better, but there's this lip and that just folds over that wood, and then it's got little tacks in it, and that's all it ever had. That's how it was. Same way along the bottom here, and I don't know if you noticed when I slammed that door, but the bottom skin was just flopping all around on here. And same deal here. You've got this lip that hangs over here, and it's got these little tacks that go into the wood, and that's supposed to hold it on. That's not a real good design, but it is what it is. Okay, I have drilled some extra holes and put in extra tacks just to hold that, and I've got it firmed up real good. But of course, slamming that door, the tacks are going to work loose. So I've got that tacked on there and firmed up just to get me to the next step, which is going to be cut a strip of metal and tack weld it to this piece. I'm going to grind that off and get some clean area that I can tack to, and make a wide strip of metal that comes over into this more solid piece of wood, where I can get into the meat of this wood, and then that should hold that all together in a more solid way than what it is now, certainly. So and that may be a temporary fix as well, but that'll probably get me through the next rat rodding season. We'll see. If it don't, you know what? I'll do something else. Okay, I want to get to it. I want to cut a strip and lay it on there, and I'll video a little bit more when I get to that. I've got an old piece of metal shelving that's pretty good thickness to give that some support. So I'm going to cut a piece out of that, and that's what I'm going to make my extension out of there. So, 888-CAR-TALK. Man, I'd be lost without this plastic cutter. I just almost on a daily basis. Anyway, I'll cut a little piece out of it.
So how did this happen? Were you on your cell phone having an argument with your girlfriend?
No, I was going into work on a Saturday and just two wires turning in the garage.
I just want to show you the kind of cut that makes. Boy, that is so handy when you can make a nice straight cut like that. I love that plasma cutter. I'll tell you what, it does a fine job. Be lost without it. Well, I need a little piece about 26 inches long, 1.5 inches wide. So I'm going to go ahead and get back to that and cut the rest of that out.
Known to us by Bugsy.